Tracy Williams here, your partner in believing. It is such a privilege to write and to create and to deliver these messages to you. Today we're going to talk about how do we manifest the stuff in our lives that we want. Getting what we want in life is really pretty simple. I didn't say easy, but simple for sure. You see, we get what we show interest in, then what we pay attention to, and then what we expect. Interest, attention, expectation. As humans, we have the power to choose what we're interested in. What would you love? I'm interested in that. What would I desire? I'm interested in that. What would make me come alive? I'm interested in that. Same thing goes for you. What would you love? What are you interested in? What makes you come alive? Now we've got to pay attention to that. And the really cool thing is we also have the ability to choose where we put our attention, where we put our focus. The more attention that we put on that thing that we're interested in, the faster it can manifest in our lives. The faster that it can manifest in our lives. It's that simple, really. But the reason that it's not easy is that we are conditioned in our society to focus on the circumstance. Now that's great if the current circumstances are exactly what you want. However, have you ever noticed that it's a little bit easier to focus on the stuff that we don't want? It seems to be really intriguing sometimes. Or to focus on the stuff of the past, even though we really want our future to be something different. So in order to shift what we're thinking about to something that we're interested in, it's going to take some effort. It's going to take some effort to exercise that muscle that allows us to think what we want. Wallace Wattles, who is the author of The Science of Getting Rich, tells us that every man has the natural and the inherent power to think what he chooses to think. In other words, you can do this. Now, it's not enough to be interested in something and to pay attention to it. We must expect it. Expectation is kind of the linchpin in this little formula. And expectation is a little different than choosing our conscious thoughts about what we're interested in and how much we think those thoughts so that we're paying attention to something. The reason for that is expectation, or the thoughts about expectation, come from our beliefs. Our beliefs dictate what we expect. Thus, in order to expect and in order to get different results than what we've gotten in the past, in order to expect something different to show up, we're going to have to do some work to upgrade a belief or two. Although changing beliefs does require a little bit more rigor, it is absolutely possible for you and I, for all of us, to change our beliefs, even the ones that have been hanging around a long, long time. Now, we must change those beliefs that are not in alignment with what we desire, if indeed we're serious about wanting to manifest those things. How do you change a belief? The only way to change beliefs is through the time-spaced repetition of new beliefs, of new ideas. We have to be able to get new thoughts and think those thoughts over and over and over and over again in a structure of support of some kind. Now, you know that I'm a coach, and that's part of what I do. I create that structure of support and help people recognize what those beliefs are and how we can shift those beliefs so that we can start manifesting what we want. So this week, I want to invite you to think about something that you've been very interested in, something that you've given or that you do give a lot of attention to, and yet it just hasn't manifested itself yet. Now ask yourself, do I or did I really expect it to happen? Not consciously, but deep inside of your heart of hearts, did you really expect or do you expect it to happen? And if the answer is no, then we have a belief that needs some work. So we're going to take that belief and we're going to create a new belief that would serve what it is that you desire. And once you have written that new belief, I'm going to invite you to write 5 affirmations that support that new belief and begin at once using those affirmations rigorously. Do it in the morning, do it at lunch, do it at night, rigorously using those. And if you could use a little bit of help, you know where to find me. Tracy Williams.